Hey guys, how are you? Good to see you again. It's been quite some time. I wanted to quickly discuss something with you today. It's called the preferred lender. And what you're going to find is that in a lot of real estate deals, specifically if you're buying new construction anywhere in Brooklyn or New York City, what'll happen is the sponsor will send you something and says, "Oh, hey, you can absolutely get a mortgage for this place, but the only way you can actually get out of the contract itself is if you use our preferred lender." And the preferred lender says, "No, you can't get a mortgage," or denies your application. So that brings up a couple big things. Now I'm going to discuss one or two of them, but the issue itself is complex, and it's something that you do need to speak to an attorney about, and it's becoming more and more prevalent. The problem is that these preferred lenders, realistically, they have a good knowledge of the building itself, or for some reason or another, the sponsor, who is the owner of the development, has chosen them to service every mortgage for the building. The theory behind that is that they're able to do this much better and much quicker than another bank can. They know the building requirements, they know the stuff that needs to be completed, they can get this deal done. More often than not, that's not the case. There's been instances where my clients have used preferred lenders and it's been totally seamless, but many times what you'll find is that the preferred lender is just the same as walking into a Citibank or a Bank of America and saying, "I want to apply for a mortgage." There's going to be delays, there's going to be underwriting issues, there's going to be paperwork that you have to deal with. The problem with something like this is the following. Let's say you go to Bank of America, and Bank of America is giving you a rate of 3.75%. Sounds great. The sponsor itself says, "Look, that's great, but you have to apply with our preferred lender." Our preferred lender is, let's say, Chase. And Chase won't necessarily give you a rate of 3.75. They only want to do a rate of 3.85 or 3.9. Your problem as a purchaser is, what do? Because if you go by what your bank says, and your bank actually says no, you may still be on the hook for the deal. In other words, you still may be required to close, or you can lose your down payment, which is typically what happens. If you choose the preferred lender, you've kind of given up your opportunity to negotiate on this deal and choose who you want to actually service your loan. And it sounds to some people as it's silly because, what's the difference between one bank or another? But there are huge differences. And some people have working relationships with their banks. They actually work at banks. They can get better deals at them. And so they want to use their own. So you have to know this when you walk into an actual deal itself. The other thing that you should consider doing, or your lawyer should consider doing, is inserting language in the contract that says, "Okay, look, I'm going to apply to both the preferred lender and my lender during that same period of time. I understand it's going to be double the fees when we initially file, but nevertheless, I still want to have the comfort of knowing that I'm applying to my lender. And because I'm doing this, if my lender says no, I could still get out of the deal if there's a mortgage contingency that's actually in the deal itself. In other words, if my lender says no, I could still walk away and get my down payment back." Some sponsors will say yes, some sponsors will say no. The backup thing you can do is say, "Okay, I'm going to use the preferred lender, but if my lender is able to get me a better rate than the preferred lender, then either the preferred lender has to get me that rate or I get to use my lender." And sponsors typically are kind of okay with deals like this. There's a variety of different ways that you can sort of play with this and ensure that you're actually better protected, but it's definitely something you need to discuss with your attorney. So that's kind of the real estate tip for the day, if you will. As always, if you need anything, email me, call me. I'm here for you. Thanks.